Hi there, Roger Burnley here with another video for you. And again, I'm continuing on with discussing a lot of issues that so many singers have and some of the questions I've been receiving. And I'm also using some of my clients to kind of help with demonstrations on those. And so today I have Devon here with me. How are you, sir?
Doing great.
Good.
Doing great.
So first of all, we have to start back from the beginning. When you first contacted me, okay, what was your goal? Why did you do it?
You know, after looking for a vocal coach for a long time, I started to actually wonder about, not just price range, but like a good basing and how to get my vocals to beyond what I want them to be.
Okay.
After hearing a Marion, Chris Brown, and everybody else like that nowadays,
Right.
How can I tune my vocals into a point where I'm getting my own sound?
Okay, so what did you
that's
think about your singing ability?
I thought it was average.
Okay, all
To
right.
be honest, my abilities, yeah.
Okay, and then, so what are you starting to think now? Because we've only done,
Yeah.
a few sessions,
Yeah, we've
right?
only done a few sessions.
Okay, so what are you starting to think now?
I've increased, my range has increased, my vibrato, my ad-libs, everything has increased way more than I had originally.
Okay, I'm going to talk about something else because I'm going to embarrass him now because he calls me up one day. But this is important because I get this so much. So many people will go through this because we're not going to say who it is, but someone said, "Oh, you really shouldn't be doing this." I'm like, "Are you kidding me?" This is what happens, and I'm telling you, so many of you will get this kind of discouragement from family, friends, or, it doesn't matter. You have to understand, you have to get a reason why you're doing it. If you just want to do it because you love singing, then that's enough reason to do it. If you just want to do it because it's personal improvement for you, then that's why you should do it. Or if you want to become the next big superstar, then that's why you should do it. And you cannot start to think or believe anybody else telling you that that's not possible, because they will tell you, trust me on that, and that's what happened for you.
Exactly.
So tell me what's going on. What are you feeling with your voice now? What's been the biggest issue maybe?
I think the biggest issue right now with my voice would be control.
Okay.
I want her to be able to control my ad-libs and vibrato, all those things. I want to be able to control them because now they're all over. They're just...
Okay. So now a couple of different things. I'm going to talk about this. He had a lot of restriction, a lot of tension in his singing when he used to, when we first started. I'm going to try to find something here that I'm going to work with you on. I'm going to get you to, you've not even done this before, so this is going to be great. But he had a lot of tension. We've worked at, and again, it's only been a few lessons, maybe 3, I think, right? Or something like that.
Lessons, yeah.
That we've done this, and so we've started to loosen things up. So now I'm going to give this to you guys as well, because this is going to be so amazingly valuable for you. When you start to understand that what's really going on to change your sound, to create your voice, it's what's happening, or your vocal cords are changing. Now, you're going to follow this. You follow me on this one. When you're speaking normally, you think of it this way. Your vocal cords are in what we call a natural position, or their natural length or thickness. That's your natural voice, basically. There are variations, but that's basically it. So when I'm speaking, I'm thinking that my cords, my vocal cords, which are located here at my larynx or in my voice box, I'm thinking they're just kind of natural and very long. It's like if you think about looking inside a piano. If you look inside a piano, you can see the lower notes, the strings are going to be longer and thicker, right? Then for me to go way up here, all I have to do is to allow my cords to get thinner. So back to the piano analogy. When you think about the higher notes in a piano, that's all that's happening. This chord, the strings in the piano become thinner. They become shorter the higher the notes. So if you get this idea, that's what's going on inside your body with your voice. you're going to actually be able to do these runs and licks and trills and all those stuff a lot easier. So what I'm going to have you do, I'm going to use a crutch again. You're going to place your hands here, and I'm going to let you listen to this exercise first, okay? Just listen. Got it? Okay, now what I want you to do, don't think. Okay, put your hands there. Ah, you're not gonna move. Ah, do it again. Great, now I want you to keep your tongue behind your teeth in the bottom. Now do it. Now, that was good. Now I want to say this to you. When you've had a habit of Devon has a great voice, is really deep, rich tone, but he's also, because of that, formed a habit of just being back in his throat a little bit too much. There's another byproduct of that a lot of times when you have that particular habit, you will also have a habit of keeping your tongue a little bit too far back in your throat as you're speaking or singing. So just as an exercise to get things a little more free, I just have you kind of practice where you're keeping that tongue relaxed right behind your lower teeth. And you could hear when he changed it, there was much more sound that came through very easily. And so that's it. Eventually that won't matter, you'll be places where it goes back, but for right now, and just on this particular exercise, all right? So now what I'm gonna have him think is that he doesn't have to move around. All he's doing, it's isolation. I'm just allowing the chords, as I said earlier, to get longer, thinner, shorter, thicker, just back and forth. That's all that's happening. And this is a slower. I have many others that are much, much faster than this. This is a slow one so you can get the idea and get comfortable with it. Okay, so it makes sense? So now I want you to do it just on ah. Move your tongue down, right. Great, that's it. That was so good. And what happened there? And I'm always getting this. When I'm watching my clients, I'm always watching exactly what's going on, and I can kind of read it. And what happened right now is that the more he went on, the more he started trusting it. And then could you feel that? You just started trusting it, and then you thought, oh, I don't really have to move.
Yeah.
So it's just, again, this is an exercise, and it's about developing a particular kind of habit in your body. And then even when you're performing and moving around and doing all kinds of stuff and using your face and all that, there still be an element or part of that freedom that your body will maintain. So it's just a matter of practicing it in that way and getting that. Because you feel how that was happening?
Yeah.
And you were
smooth,
yeah, exactly. So that's just a little tip that you can start to use. And again, when you're practicing it, you can use one of my little crutches. I'm using sounds like ahs and uhs because those are the worst. Those are the ones that are, in ohs as well, that can cause us to fall too far back in our throats and kind of really cause a restriction. So try it with the ah. But the other thing that I did with him, and this helps, I had him use his hands here, one of the other crutches, because then when you are listening and hearing that you're maintaining the control of that sound above your cheeks, it's going to be a lot easier. So just practice that a little bit, and you're going to see big results when you then go start to sing your song. So I hope you really enjoyed this video and received some value here. And if you would like more of my free videos, there's a link below that you can access. And also, please leave me your questions and comments. I love hearing them, and I will see you real soon.